get situated here. Hello, beautiful ether. I am gonna start building a new room on Kynto today, and figured I'd pop on as promised. Let me find us. Where's that noise coming from? Oh, I think it's... Hello? Which one is it coming from? Hold on. Alright, let's see. Alright, we're here. Okay. It's not tuned at all, is it? Okay. Let me figure out what this noise is coming from. Is it coming from you? Okay, maybe not. Hello? Okay, it is on this. Okay. Oh, I know why. Okay, it is on this. Let's see. This? Okay. I think that did it. Alright. So, I think I'm gonna ask chat or create for some inspiration. Ooh, hello. Oh, this might be dead. Let's see. Let's stick it on. Okay. Create. Let's see. Well, y'all can see it on the screen, so I'm gonna just jump right into it. Close chat. Let's see if I remember. No. Let's see. There it is. Okay, no. Oh yeah. Okay, so new room. Trying to think. Maybe I should work on my old room. Let's see. I want to make one more colorful because mine is a little spoopy. And I think, hold on, maybe it should be here. Okay, yeah. Fever Dream Fairylands. That's what I'll work on today. And this one I just want to be hyper colorful. And as you can see, oh, ha! Look at that in the background. How cool is that? And this is what it is talking about, how I want to have the how I want to have the theology and religious discussions and mythology discussions right in Kynto, because then we can have it in the background, frolic around. As you can see, you got a little like kind of Masonic thing going on. I want to make a very specific column, or 2 columns for the end for male and female. And yeah, I started this one quite a long time ago, so maybe this is exactly what I should work on. I think I have to get rid of a lot of the green tiles and try to make more of a natural kind of, let's see. Alright, so I am going to edit room. No, that's not going to be. I haven't used the updated version. That's why I'm going to the wrong thing. Oh, I want to see if Create's here. Create. Masonic Temple. Oops. I just want to see if she's in here. Yeah, she is. Very nice. Very nice. Very cool. Okay, so create Fever Dream. And then I'll do Fever Dream Fairyland. And hello, Esley. Yeah, absolutely. I think that's one of the reasons why I do like going live is because, I don't know, I do enjoy socializing. I just don't get out much, and I like, I always feel like I'm talking with, like, my ego at the forefront of my mind, which I'm really not, but I really genuinely like to inspire people to create random stuff, things that they might not have thought of to create, and as well as showing myself, like, kind of like discovering new avenues. I'm not the most technologically savvy, however, I am a crafter, and I just love when worlds collide, and because I'm not on mute. Because, I don't know, everybody has such varying differences, yet we're all so similar. I think more energy and more time should be spent exploring that, and I don't know, there's so many differences right now, and I'm just like, I don't know, I just want to stay creative and keep a little bit of a creative aura out, and shine it out into my little corner of the world, I suppose, and thoroughly enjoying it. I would say most of my subscribers like aren't you know, like crafty chicks or something, and I highly value that. I love talking to people that have different interests, and I discover so many new interests and hobbies
We'll join
just by
Fever
talking.
Dream Fairyland.
People, hello, and wow, that's the Fever Dream, huh? Okay, let me see. Create Fever Dream Fairyland. Deeply in love with colors, and I want to make. Oh, that's nice. That's nice. Alright, let's try to. I'm gonna close out the video in the. Okay, never mind, I suppose. And a quick reminder, all this is actively being developed, so if you have any, what's it called? Ideas or, things that you want to see, or, I always draw a blank on the word. Like stuff to do, and mini game ideas, stuff like that, or like going in and squashing some bugs. It's a living project, and I'm getting very sidetracked. Yeah, that's another thing. Keeping up with the times, absolutely. There's so much that just falls under the wayside. Like, I don't know. I think, like, being a human, we're filter feeders of data to begin with, and it's so very, like, I was writing some notes last night. I was, like, halfway awake, so it's not going to be anything too deep, but, thinking about AI, which, I'm glad there's another name for it, general intelligence, I believe, because, like, I feel so off calling it artificial, because it's very, very real. And it's much like, because the Akashic record is every thought, every action, every discovery documented, essentially. And all AI is to me is like interactive. So Akashic Interactive, a divine directory, fed by thoughts and actions of all possible persons. I say possible persons because it's got to end up online somehow to feed the this beautiful beast. So of all possible persons, simply go online and treat to a snack that may last past all of us who breathe. Information personified with a voice of its own, using the ability to communicate, to do so with infinite information directly. You're communicating with information. It's all very human, really. And humans, filter feeders and breeders of data, information, content, creations, wisdoms, experiences, every single documented anything, human work, knowledge as a whole, every thought, everything witnessed, experienced, noticed, everything said and done, every response, everything that makes it online can be communicated with directly at any time. Amazing. Comparing notes, infinite. It's like, it's just so next level. I'm so excited. When I was a kid, I used to think it would be the dopest thing if archaeologists had a database that was connected to every single archaeologist and geologist and anthropologist.
We'll join
So
Fever
when
Dream
they find
Fairyland.
a shard is instantly comparable to like to a database, because like archaeology is one of the like most rigid but deep sciences. It's, the physical things that humans such as us have left behind. However, no matter how many new discoveries, it seems like the general consensus or whatever, like the accepted consensus, never budges or changes. And all science is living, and all science should change. I change my minds and thoughts and opinions more than I change outfits, so I don't understand why something is so unknowable, because it's all filling in blanks, and how it just doesn't change. And I think it should be one of the most fluid, because it's just simply trying to figure out what we did and when, and who, where, why. I mean, the questions stop being answered. They will find something and be like, oh, ritual purposes, nothing to see here, throw it in a museum. And I don't know, it's delving as deep as they dig. And nowadays it's totally different, because we have Graham, I always mess his last name up, Graham Lockwood, that's not it, Graham Hancock, Robert Sepper, many different people that are actually trying to put some original thought into the mix, which is highly appreciated. I'm not the biggest fan of History Channel archaeology shows anymore. They used to be so good, but now it's just like aliens, which is great. Big fan. However, I like, I don't know, just, I know the answers aren't truly answers, but, oh, get me on the computer. Absolutely, and it should, if you find, flour and water, you don't know if they were making paper mache or bread. I'm not sure what I was trying to mean with that, but it just popped in my mind. I'm thinking about just making a new room completely. So what we do is you go to place tile, and I'm going to see what happens. So I'm going to actually drag to remove multiple tiles. I'm just going to eat some of this out. Whoops. And, I might have to restart it. Place. And I want some gravel. Yeah, maybe some gravelly ones. Try to break up the tiles. I'm not too used to using an iPad, so please excuse me. Oops. I might have to grab my stylus. My hands are very cold, so it's not working. Let me grab my stylus because my finger is not making anything happen. I shall be 2 seconds. Oh, no, almost tripped. It's been a minute. I found it, surprisingly. So I came up with a good idea while I was out there, and I'm gonna do that real quick first. And to do that, I'm gonna go to my other room, which is, what did I make it called again? It's called Dungeon. And I have my tarot cards here, in which I use as kind of like a study tool for symbolism, as well as to trigger thoughts and ideas, free association. And so what I'm going to do is I'm going to write the tarot name like 3 of Cups and see how it decides to present it. Let me clear off some stuff first. I got the Super 8 camera a long time ago and I finally found it again. I'm trying to find film for it. I think Project Impossible, but that was a long time ago. I wonder if they're still around. Yeah, it makes the most satisfying sound when it's like, you know, going. It's very nice. I think the older I get, the more nostalgic I get. And I've always been a sucker for nostalgia. Nostalgia tripping hard 90% of the time. The other day I made a baby plank and a larger plank for the garden. That little attached to him right now, so I've been on the desk ever since. And what we have here is the Hermetic Tarot. I highly recommend this deck. This deck is brilliant. And it is in black and white, so it's colorblind friendly. And the art is just out of this world. Truly impeccable deck. And my personal favorite I have right here. I'm not one to, I don't think I have any paint or anything on that. This, my personal favorite, is the Tarot of the Holy Light. Another Hermetic deck, and as you can see, my pig tried to chew the box open. I still need to get volume 2 of the book. This deck is killer. It is incredible. Like, wow. Oh, their website so I can tell y'all? Noreah, NOREAHBrounfield.com. NoreaHBrownfield.com. And that's where you could get them. I think they're still on Amazon. I'm not entirely sure. Nice thick cardstock. Incredible, incredible tool. Especially for those who are interested in symbolism throughout all of the ages. And maybe I'll just give it a quick shuffle and then type whatever card I pull out of it. I really do need to clear off my desk. I'm starting to teach myself how to sew again. And this is the biggest desk that I have, so I think this will be perfect for fabric and pinning stuff. Right now it's set up as kind of like a soldering station. I've been making a lot of, I might actually make one on, what did I drop? I dropped something. I was like, that's important. And then that, oh, stylus. So I'm making stuff like this. I'm gonna make it on stream. I'm gonna actually, I'm gonna do this today. Because I could always pop on later, because I have to change like the title and all that. But it's made out of marbles from the dollar store and solder. Just the tape that one would use for stained glass. You wrap each marble, very easy, and then you get yourself some sterling. I don't think it has anything to do with sterling, but it's lead-free solder wire made by, where is their name? It's like Williams or something. Harris Products. Very good. It's about like $30 for a roll of this, but you can find it on eBay for a lot cheaper. And this is just from a chandelier. Anytime I see one in the trash, I always salvage as much of it as possible. The frame was completely disintegrated, and there was just piles and piles of these crystals. And they're perfect for, this is actually going to be a necklace, but tell you all the truth, this one I made with regular solder, just whatever solder I had that I got from a stained glass shop. It contains lead, so it's not a wearable piece. However, for your window, it's perfect. And the next ones that I made after this are completely lead-free. Oh, good. And I think this one too, I quite like it. Just little sun catchers. And it's another salvage. Ooh. Oh, I love that. I have a good time. So very excited to use this. It's just a simple stylus, but I want to get really back into pixel art because there's quite a few objects that I want to make. It's hot in here. So, oh well, I don't really need this. I need this though. South Florida. Which spring is actually just summer. Great. Okay. Let's see what we got here. 8 of discs. I feel like it's just going to make discs. Should I spell 8 out or let's see. Let me look up the that's brilliant. There's only 6 discs there though. That's extra brilliant. 8 of discs. You know what? I'm gonna do that. So create 8 of discs ruled by Venus. Very specific. discs express the rhythm of creativity, with its alternating periods of labor and recreation. To express this pulse, 4 suns look out of the upright card, and 4 moons arise on the reversal. Very clever. See, that's why I really like it, because this would be upright. The 4 suns are on top, so those 4 suns are rising, and then if you draw it inverted, you got 4 moons on the top. That little specification, I love it completely. And you can see the difference of flowers and everything. I want to say these are lilies, but the leaves are wrong. I wonder if it will say. And that's another reason why I tend to gravitate towards the Hermetic decks, is because they actually go into every bit of symbolism on the cards. Oh, look at that. Ha! Look at that. I love how there's just 1, 2. That's brilliant. Let's see. Balancing intense concentration with periods of equally full distraction is the message of this card. When this 8 of discs falls upright, you're encouraged to dive into your productions and get something fantastic accomplished. When it falls inverted, the suggestion is to put down your tools and to find something entirely other to focus on. This is why I love these, because you don't have to think of them as magical by any means. It's the thoughts that it triggers in your own minds. I don't watch a lot of TV, and when I do, I'm pretty much zoning out into it to trigger ideas and stuff in my own mind. And because I feel like when you're binge watching something, your mind is stuck, and it's just being reeled in on a fishing line, kind of. But as long as you're getting more out of it, I don't feel like I'm wasting as much time. If I'm doodling or letting the TV pop thoughts into my mind, I could hear something oh my god, that reminds me of something I haven't thought of in 10 years, and I find that to be valuable. I'm just scanning right now because I'm trying to see if it says anything about what kind of flowers. I'll show y'all. I'm drawing a complete blank. And the only thing that comes to mind is lilies, but again, the flowers or the leaves are a bit wrong. Caucasian Sasquatch! Howdy do! AI is now in Kynto, so I've been kind of showing how it's going to be working. It's actively in development, and it changes all the time. It's very much a living live avatar chat, and eventually I want to have theology discussions and raffles and stuff within it, because I got the chat, and here's my room so far that I built tile by tile. And it's a spooky village, and I'm actually working on some pixel art assets, so I have candles, crystal balls, all kinds of stuff that will be interjected into it. And I should make some more mushrooms. You could actually collect the mushrooms. And there is the Mrs. GPT. Let's see. Oops, I don't want to block you. Okay, so. Anywho, so if anybody has any prompts that they're curious as to, this is create, and creates the images, and GPT4 actually is the one that just blows my mind. I'm really much a huge fan of West African traditions, very rich, beautiful culture, and Yoruba to be specific, and it was able to make a quiz on the Yoruban religion, lifestyle. It was fantastic. And let me just get this down. Okay. There you go. And as an example, I'm just using these Hermetic tarot cards. I use these to study symbolism and among many other things. Also, great inspiration for art. If you don't know what to draw, grabs a few cards and there's all kinds of subject matter on it. Like this lady standing behind kind of like a monolithic structure on a throne with a basket of fire and an eagle that's just radiating. And let's see, we got, I wonder what's in his hair. Almost looks like wheat. Okay, so got the Knight of Cups. Ooh, maybe I should do that one next. Yeah, I'm gonna do that one next. Okay, so create. It's been a minute, so Caucasian Sasquatch, if you're still here, how are things? Things have been pretty good on this end. Keeping busy. And if anybody else is here, Caucasian Sasquatch in the thing, check out his channel. He does a lot of really entertaining podcasts. Absolutely brilliant. Oh, that's cool. That is cool. I always say that these pictures like either look like they'd be painted on a coffee shop, but this looks like it would be on a menu of a coffee shop. Oh, you know, on the side of the building too. That is such a good coffee shop mural. Let's see. I'm also going to be doing a fundraiser for my friend and favorite artist in Haiti. It is just uncontrollably horrible right now. There. Hello, Mr. Self-Destruction. I popped on a little earlier today, a little more normal of a time. Going through these old Hermetic tarot cards and using them as prompts. Oh, what about the Emperor? Create the Emperor. The Emperor. That is sweet. That is sweet. I like that odd plant that's kind of in the background. It kind of looks like a crane plant. Create. Let's see. Four of Wands. Four of Wands. Rules. Tiles. Rules by Jupiter. I like these ones because it specifies a quantity and like wow. Oh my god. That is so nice. Oop. That's so nice. I really like that one. That's, let me send that one to my friend. And ooh, I have to send my mother the link. Let's, alright, mommy. I have to sign her into YouTube so she could start commenting and stuff. I scarred my lungs a long time ago using bleach to tie-dye clothes. And every now and then, I could still like feel it. It's like say this is a breath, you go up and down. It like goes up and then it's like slides back down. It's very uncomfortable. I actually want to start. I'm gonna try to make a. I feel so dumb saying stuff like that. I have visual snow, and like I've been describing this my entire life, and I kind of stopped researching it in around 2011, 2012. The Visual Snow Initiative was founded, and I just can't believe that it's like an actual real thing. And I used to describe it as a visual snow without knowing what it was. Visual static, and that's exactly it. And super white, bright walls, static, pure static. Same thing with like dark corners, absolute static. And like one example is like if I'm out at night, shadows look three-dimensional. If it's a corner or like a corner, it looks like it's going convex. And I haven't met many people about it, but I keep saying more and more about it online, and I'm just like astounded by it. Oh yeah, how about the devil? Ooh, I want to do the devils and the details too. It kind of reminds me of that little chunk from Hercules. Let's see, the devil is in the details. Wow, that's really nice. That's really nice. I'm gonna take a picture of that. If anybody has any prompts, I know everybody's been like oh, I love it. Let me get the chat back up just in case. Oh, I didn't brush my hair. What the heck? Very cozy, but I happen to put the hottest dress I own on, and I'm just gonna say it's summer from now because spring doesn't exist in Florida. We don't get spring showers until it's like summer. The weather's completely different now. It's been changing for a while, and as someone who forages for wild edibles, I tend to notice these things because certain things pop up when like whatchamacall, purslane is back, which is great. There's certain things that like popped up really late, like poor man's pepper pops up at a very odd time. Poor man's pepper is considered a weed, but you can actually use it as kind of like a substitute for pepper. It's not used too much. The roots are also used as a horseradish alternative. Same thing with moringa root. Moringa root, if you smell it, is very spicy. And always do your own research before eating anything. I've been foraging and eating wild edibles since I was essentially a child. And I moved out quite early. I was 17 when I moved out of my parents' house. And gosh, I can't tell you how many meals were literally foraged weeds and edibles. My favorite was South Florida salsa, which you had to get it. It was only like a week where you could make it because sea grapes had to be in season, Florida cherries had to be in season. There's a few things that are very good together. What's it called? Prickly pear. Very good. And then you chop all that up with some leaf of life just for some like body. Leaf of life is another one that grows absolutely everywhere. Like a succulent, and the notches in the leaves grows individual plants. Really, really cool. And it's used for like a sore throat, to clear mucus in Jamaica, and it's a delicious plant. A lot of people say you can't eat it. I hate to say, I hate to tell y'all, but you can. Obviously, do your own research first. And yeah, there's food everywhere. Absolutely everywhere. create the devil if he was peacock. I had to do a random one. Let's see, 7 cups ruled by the moon. I think we just did. I'm gonna get some major arcana in this. Oh wow. Well, that's the devil if it was a peacock. King of Wands. Okay, I could do that. Create King of Wands. Huh, I'll just leave that. King of Wands. Wow. King of Wands. That's really, really fascinating. It looks like a weevil mixed with a stink bug. I think y'all can see. And the King of Wands pop. Oh, wow. That's brilliant. That literally looks like tarot art. Oh, God, I love this card. It's just so perfect. Page of Swords. Cute. I wish I put tarot in the title. I could grab the books. I brought them all out. I was gonna continue on with the Manly P haul. Oh, I like that. I think the next stream what I'm gonna do is use this as prompts for drawing ideas. I'm not the best drawer, but I highly enjoy it, and I wish I had. I guess I do. So here, I have some stuff. Is it in this? Where is it? I was just doing this to show someone that it was really easy to draw a highway in like 2 seconds, but that's not. Let's see. I was putting color combinations. There's a very quick Anubis. Oh, I never finished this. I was in the middle of drawing Emerald City. I should draw Esmeralda going to Emerald City, because Esmeralda means emerald. Here's Amun-Ra. That's with the arm signature. See, these are like how my drawings usually go. Very strange little doodles, but I've never taken any lessons or anything like that. I mean, I feel like that's pretty obvious, but it's just very cathartic. I truly. Oh, here's some. My mom did these. Yeah, she's dope. Whoa, a doodle I started when the spamdemic was first coming out. Because before it was even in any other country, it was all these like really like kind of dark cryptic videos coming out of China. Wow, this is my really old one. I haven't pulled this out in a really long time. I used to sew quite a lot in design, and was a very quick. For the longest time, I never colored anything in. I don't know why I'm showing this, really. Oh, it's so old. That's not. Yeah. Oh! I do have canvas paper. This is exactly what I needed. Oops. Where is my sketchbook? I really can't find my sketchbook. Darn it. Where could it possibly have gone? And where is... This is probably the wrong time to start digging for things. Huh. Oh, it's not... Where is she? Very interesting. Good. Where my sketchbook is. That is gonna drive me nuts. It's gonna drive me real nuts. Well, the Magi. Let me just like, oh, that was supposed to be O, or I mean a U, not an I. brilliant. Okay. Why was I so excited to show this? This is not done. Nothing's ever done. But, I guess the concept was kind of like hourglass figure. And the pencil just says new. And I still have to outline everything and redo the rows and stuff. It's just, they're doodles that just pop into mind and then no thought. Still not done. I have to outline, but I like how it's coming out. This is kind of like falling into like a void, like an ancient void. Can't wait to color that one in. And then this was an accident. Again, these are just doodles. Not many, like, those are the symbols of all the planets. And I really messed up the figure, so I just cut a square out of paper and kind of made a cube. And I really enjoy doodling. This one I haven't really finished, but it'll be all watercolored in and color pencil. Like stuff like this. Just whatever comes to mind. Absolutely no rules. Aww. I'm not very good at faces, but I'm trying. I was actually trying to draw this makeup artist. She has, I don't know how to apply makeup, but it's definitely an art form. And there's this girl on Instagram called Babe Next Door, and she creates the most intense makeup looks. It's incredible. I don't know why I had to show all that, but I brought some books for more
join dungeon
prompts. Got Voltaire. I'm in the middle of reading, I want to see, okay.
Will join dungeon. Zadig.
I'm never sure if I'm pronouncing it right. Zadig or Fate. Really great Babylonian story. And I'll read the first. There lived at Babylon in the reign of King Moabdar, a young man named Zadig, of a good natural disposition, strengthened and improved by education. Though rich and young, he had learned to moderate his passions. He had nothing stiff or affected in his behavior. He did not pretend to examine every action by the strict rules of reason, but it was always ready to make proper allowances for the weakness of mankind. It was a matter of surprise that, notwithstanding for his sprightly wit, he never exposed by his raillery those vague, incoherent, and noisy discourses. I'm familiar. Those rash censures.
Censures are formal expressions of disapproval, often used by organizations or governing bodies to convey their dissatisfaction with a member's actions or behavior.
Ignorant decisions, coarse jests, and all that empty jingle of words which at Babylon went by the same name of conversation. Again, sound familiar? He had learned in the first book of Zoroaster that self-love is a football swelled with wind, from which, when pierced, the most terrible tempests issue forth. Above all, Zadig never boasted of his conquests among the women, nor affected to entertain a contemptible opinion of fair sex. Homeboy would be described as a Sigma these days, just saying. And he was generous and was never afraid. What is that on my book? Ew, wax. I burn a lot of candles. Where did I stop? He was generous and was never afraid of obliging the ungrateful, remembering the grand precept of Zoroaster: when thou eatest, give to the dogs, should they even bite thee. He was as wise as it is possible for man to be, for he sought to live with the wise. Oops. Oh, so, period. Live with wise, period. Instructed in the sciences of the ancient Chaldeans, let's learn about the Chaldeans. Oh. GPT. Oops. I don't know if that will. Okay. Oops. GPT. Who were the Chaldeans? Is that sugar? Oh, you're gonna get squashed. Come on.
The Chaldeans were an ancient Semitic people who emerged in the late 10th century BCE in the southern part of Mesopotamia, which is present-day Iraq. They established themselves as a distinct group within the larger Babylonian society, and eventually rose to power, forming the Neo-Babylonian Empire, 626–539 BCE. Under King Nebuchadnezzar II, the Chaldeans expanded their empire, destroyed the first temple in Jerusalem, and exiled many Hebrews to Babylon. The Chaldeans were known for their advancements in astronomy, astrology, and mathematics.
A lot of the human messes that we're in, I've never really seized. Human life is turmoil, unfortunately. I always thought the Jehovah's Witnesses had a really good idea of paradise, and I wish it could just be on this planet, because their depictions of paradise is obviously Earth. I mean, there's waterfalls, sprawling prairies, people of every culture, any type of animal possible. Like, I love the heck out of Jehovah's Witness paradise art, because, yeah, let's see. Create paradise. It's just gonna have a picture of Florida's and I don't know. That is paradise, isn't it? I miss warm ocean water. Oh, swim for hours. One of my favorite things ever is beachcombing. I got boxes of shells just about in every corner of the house. I love it so much. Instructed in the sciences of the ancient Chaldeans, I've been saying Chaldeans this whole time, he understood the principle of natural philosophy, such as they were then supposed to be, and knew as much of metaphysics as hath ever been known in any age, that is, little or nothing at all. Brilliant. He was firmly persuaded, notwithstanding the new philosophy of the times, that the year consisted of 365 days and 6 hours, and that the sun was the center of the solar system, when the principal magi told him, with a haughty and contemptuous air, that his sentiments were of a dangerous tendency, and that it was to be an enemy to the state to believe that the sun revolved around its own axis, and that the year had 12 months. He held his tongue with great modesty and meekness. Meekness, not weakness. Possessed as he was of great riches, and consequently of many friends, blessed with a good constitution, a handsome figure, a mind just and moderate, and a heart noble and sincere. He fondly imagined that he might easily be happy. He was going to be married to Samira, who, in point of beauty, birth, and fortune, was the first match in Babylon. He had a real and virtuous affection for this lady, and she loved him with the most passionate fondness. The happy moment was almost arrived that was to unite them forever in the bands of Babylon. Bands of wedlock, When happening to take a walk together towards one of the gates of Babylon, under the palm trees that adorn the banks of the Euphrates, they saw some men approaching, armed with sabers and arrows. They were the attendants of the young Orkan, the minister's nephew, to whom his uncle's creatures had flattered unto an opinion that he might do everything with impunity. He had none of the graces nor virtues of Zadig, but thinking himself a much more accomplished man, he was enraged to find that the other was preferred before him. This jealousy, which was merely the effect of his vanity, made him imagine that he was desperately in love with Samira, and accordingly he resolved to carry her off. The ravishers seized her in the violence of outrage, and they wounded her, and made the blood flow from a person, the sight of which would have softened the tigers of Mount Immerse.
Immerse.
Immerse. How did I mess that up? Immerse. Have softened the tigers of Mount Immerse. She pierced the heavens with her complaints. She cried out, "My dear husband, they tear me from the man I adore." Regardless of her own danger, she should have clawed the eyes out of every. Regardless of her own danger, she was only concerned for the fate of her dear Zadig, who, in the meantime, defended himself with all the strength that courage and love could inspire. Assisted only by 2 faithful slaves, I think that it's enough reading for today. It's very. We also have some Rumi. Let's see. Hooves abandoned on the shore. Now this is ancient poetry, and it is incredibly modern. I remember the first time I found a book of. Let me see if I'm pronouncing this. Again, I'm quite kept to myself. I read a lot. I'm not the most vocal other than on streams, and there's a lot of words that I've actually never said out loud. Let's have ChatGPT4 tell us who Rumi was exactly, so I don't get anything wrong.
Rumi was a 13th century Persian poet, Islamic jurist, theologian, and Sufi mystic. His full name was Jalal ad-Din Muhammad Rumi, and he is widely regarded as one of the greatest poets in world literature. He primarily wrote in Persian but also produced works in Arabic and Greek. Rumi's most famous work, the Mathnai or Masnavi, is an extensive collection of poems that explores various themes such as love, faith, and the nature of existence.
How would I read one? If you stay awake. If you stay awake for an entire night, watch out for a treasure trying to arrive. You can keep warm by the secret sun of the night, keeping your eyes open for the softness of dawn. Try it for tonight. Challenge your sleepy eyes. Do not lay your head down. Wait for heavenly alms. Alms, isn't that like cash monies? Am I wrong? I know in the Catholic Church it's believed like you could get your past loved ones into the higher realm by giving alms. So yeah, let me ask. Well, let me finish. Heavenly alms. Night is the bringer of gifts. Moses went on a 10-year journey during a single night, invited by a tree to watch the fire and light. Muhammad too made his passage during the holy night, when he heard the glorious voice, when he ascended to the sky. Day is to make a living, night is only for love. Commoners sleep fast, lovers whisper to God all night. All night long, a voice calls upon you to wake up in the precious hours. If you miss your chance now, your soul will lament when your body is left behind. I feel like that is a really deep take on dreams. And maybe almost like lucid dreaming. Try to be as aware as possible during. Sorry, y'all. I'm responding to my mommy. What does that mean? Is anybody here? It says 0 watchers. So I'm gonna show Will something real quick while nobody's here. It says 0 watchers. I'm not sure if it's why is my hair so floppy and sloppy and my chest keeps. It's supposed to be like that. This belt is German, of course. It has what's those flowers? Oh god, what are those flowers called? German flower. Shit, what are they called? Yes, Edelweiss. They're little tough cookies. They'll grow in the most difficult of terrains. Edelweiss. I got a comment on a short of mine. The short is my Edelweiss. Thank you. Yeah. I always forget that little thing because I know the national flower is the cornflower. That really beautiful blue. I love them. And yeah, I'm actually trying to get a dirndl on eBay right now. I hope I win the bid. I actually can show it. Winning! There's only a day left. Oh, 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 yeah. Oh, yeah. I'm gonna be so stoked. Dirndl. Don't know how I'm gonna pay for it yet, but dirndl. It comes with the apron and everything. The most beautiful prints. Nice, big floppy sleeves. I'm so excited. I'm so excited. And it's vintage. It's from the 70s. That's what, and then this is the other one. This is actually kind of more, like, what's that called? When, like, novelty, but my whole life I've wanted a real dirndl, and why can't I remember the full name, but perfection. Oh, it's German, so I can't say that. Decent. I'm a mommy. I'm trying to get my mom on a live stream so we could have talk about 1970s and 80s subcultures. She was a disco queen, so yeah, I think it would be quite entertaining and a great way to. I always ask old people, older generations and younger, anybody really, what kind of music? What's one song that like you can't stop listening to? Those are the kind of songs I want to know. I love music to death. I have a song for any situation, and a lot of older stuff. I wish I could have music playing in the background. I've been like saving stuff in playlists that I think are public, but always looking for new music suggestions. Let me just ask him real quick. Choked on soup. Oh yeah, so if anybody's here still, my phone's a little buggy, so I'm never sure if anybody's here. This is Kynto. It's available on Android and iPhone and Apple. And online, you can actually go to my website, subtropicalbotanica.com, and there's a tab that has Kynto, and like you can at least like play around. But highly recommend. I'm gonna be doing all kinds of raffles and stuff in here. Where is my necklace? I make a lot of stuff. Oh, I just made this for Will. That's a Scottish flag. I've actually made quite a few Scottish flags in different styles. Maybe it's... It's very sturdy. Very sturdy. And that's just a little thing. I can make chains and everything. Alright, this one I used salvaged vintage beads, and then I made this sword with resin, and I have a mold for it so I can make these over and over again. I would lose my head if it wasn't attached, like my mom loves to say. So see, it's got kind of like a gradient of different colors. Got amethyst. Why did I start saying it out loud? Because there's a few of these. Emerald. I'm not sure what the blue and the yellow one is. I have it written down. Red jasper, carnelian, magnetic sand, as well as metal shavings from my friend's shop. He makes magazine extenders and all kinds of stuff, like even silencers. It's crazy. And I asked if I could get the metal shavings because I like to incorporate meaningful things or things with stories into my pieces. I already have like a guilt complex using resin. I try to use just used materials, like for instance, a lot of my beads come from pieces that are falling apart and things that can never be repaired, like clothes. For instance, you can get a few strands of beads at a craft store and it's going to cost you. But if you go to like a thrift store, yard sale and find beaded clothing that are falling apart, usually dirt cheap, and you get like quadruple the amount of beads. I'm looking at one piece over there. I wish I should. I kind of messed. I made a mess earlier. But yeah. Oh, I'm also trying to make some music. I should tune this. I don't know how to tune it. I usually play acoustic, and I haven't cut my nails in a little bit. I have to do that. But I have a Gibson Hummingbird, and my pig has knocked it down one too many times, so it's just got a hairline crack, and I don't want to play it until I get it repaired. And that thing means the world to me. Alkaline Trio back in the day? That was that. It's about time. But I've been, no longer fun. I'm no longer running smooth. I thought that I got myself up pure for feeling old just for my life. Okay. I repeat over and over again till I'm blue in the face with a choker bread. As I talk circles around you in my bed, can't seem to something. I love the crap out of Alkaline Trio. When I was a kid, I did a lot of skateboarding, and the reason why I'm doing this so many times is there's a song by Juan Gabriel called Hasta Te Conocí, and I'm not sure if he's the original. I think he is, but it's one of my favorite songs in history of songs. And I really want to learn how to play it on guitar. And I'm trying to learn the lyrics, but I'm not very good at Spanish yet, even though I'm really trying to learn. I love the language so much. Impossibly beautiful. I might try to stream on Twitch later because I want to start streaming Call of Duty. I'm having the time of my life now. I haven't tried any raids. I haven't tried Modern Warfare or Warzone. I mean, I think I've played ranked play and the quick games on Modern Warfare 2. I know I'm years late. I played a little Assassin's Creed Origins and Valhalla, just a little Valhalla. I found this, I think it's perfect. So what I want to do is make a thing and then put a string on it and have little people tight roping on it. Yeah. And, what was I talking about? Oh, I want to start streaming that because I play it so darn often that I feel like, in order to feel like a lot of time isn't disappearing, I should just stream it. And I really love the heck out of it. I'm not very good. Like, the most kills, the most K words that I got, I think, is 22. And that's it. I can never get, like, streaks because I expire every 2 seconds, but I'm trying to learn how to get more streaks because with the streaks you could use like all the fun things, and I haven't been able to really use the fun things. And by the time I do get to use the fun things like chopper gunners or the cruise missiles, the game is over. And another crap thing is I'm playing on PS4, so for some reason PS4 has this issue where I don't know if it's for everyone, but I keep being put into games that have well started already, like has 30 seconds on the clock, and like it'll be like 79 to 120, or is it? Well, some of them you could go past 100. I don't know. It drives me nuts though. It's like, how on earth are you supposed to catch up? And like for people who like, oh, I have a few seconds, I may as well play a quick game. Damn, you don't want to get caught in a game that's already started and is pretty well over. And then I feel bad for leaving, because, like, then it counts as a loss, so I don't. And then I don't get to use my chopper gunner, and that's, like, one of the best ones, in my opinion. If anybody does play it, try to get a faster pew-pew, because every time, like, it seems like other people, right up, and mine, I'm like, because I think the scope, but I'm not sure. I really want, like, the TAC, the TAQ TAC AR, I believe, was like the best one, and I got the battle pass to get like the fancy things, and nothing is as quick as that. And I try to take like the stuff off, like scope and like laser, because I feel like lasers just give away your location. That's how I find people when I don't have the hunter perk. Is it called a perk? Because now I've been doing what is it called? Not high alert. I have my notes out there, but yeah, it's just I need something faster. And since I no. Hold on. I dropped a lot of stuff. I'm going through all my beads. I found 10 pounds of Indian handmade glass beads. And I'm trying to get those now. So if anybody is interested in seeds, cuttings, and handmade jewelry, I got you. Customs are my favorite. Like anything. You like, I want anything. I will make anything. Yes. Even offensive things. Nothing bothers me. I made this for someone, but they disappeared after I made it. And it says cult leader, which is I feel like appropriate for a lot of the mentalities that people have these days. And maybe let's try some of these ones. Lord of Wealth. Create Lord of Wealth. Ooh, nifty. Those pearls kind of look like the relics too. When Buddhists, I'm not sure in other religions, but I know in Buddhism, when some monks are cremated, they leave relics behind, and these relics look very similar to pearls, and I believe that's what they call them. There's I always forget the name of it. This is why I'm always surrounded by notebooks, because one day I'll be studying the history of crochet, and the next day I'll be like going on a deep dive like Carthage. I can't seem to. Here's a nice little thing. Got a Rajushka, and I'm not sure what was on this because it's missing something. And I have a slightly long neck, I think, so chokers don't really look good on me. Excuse me. But I'm obsessed with this bottle. Do I have anything in it? Yeah. I use these for seeds. Excuse me. And essential oil and incense mix. Aromatherapy. I'll just put this back before I forget about it. Oh, what should this? This is a piece that I made for myself only because it hangs weird, and for pieces that I sell, like I would want this to be hanging perfectly, even though it doesn't matter how it hangs while it's hanging on nothing. I'm just a little nitpicky like that, and afraid of like returns and stuff. I've never had a return, and I don't want to ever change that. And so what I did is and I made the chain, every part of it. I have this mold for angel wings and a mold for hearts. So after making each individual piece, I resined them together. Very nice. There's even a 4-leaf clover inside. Got a sun and 2 arrows. I just love the heck out of this. Oops. Oh, I have another necklace on it, so it's not even gonna hang right anyway. I love the heck out of that. Let's see. Yes! Oh, wow. I really enjoy making stuff. Here's some favorites. Soldered quartz crystal as an experiment, but I could totally do it again. These I make a crap ton of, and you can have anything in the center. Very nice little piece. And these are just things that I never like finished or never made into things yet. Some extra pendants. Nice real leaf, as you can see. Real leaf. And a snake. These are my favorite to make. I call them spellbound serpents because there's a lot of traditional materials and bits in there. There's snake skin, money rice, mason bee, torso, shell. Let me try. I was planting stuff earlier, so my hands are quite dirty right now. Just like stains from a fertile soil. And I just had it here. I know it's still, yeah. Oh, hell no. It's absolutely full of stuff. I don't know if that helped at all. As I always see people's hands. I'm sorry, my hands are filthy. I wash them, scrub them. It's just the soil that I make with compost is very dark, and it literally stains. And that's just something I can't change. And I don't like having painted nails at all. Don't know why. It's like a weird phobia. I remember I've only had my nails painted twice. First time, I wanted my nails painted for my birthday. For some reason, I don't know, it made my like hands feel bigger or something. I hid my hands the whole time. Why? And another time, Sailor Moon ones. And I can make more of these. It would be a little different than this one. Unless you want exactly like this. It took a very long time because every tiny little speck I had to do individually just to get, like that blue is wire. Had to break pearl beads in half, and that's a rhinestone on a sequin. A bunch of directions that I could take, but I'm more than happy to make another one. What was I saying? Oh, and the other time I had my nails painted for this photo shoot that I had, my friends won a contest where their drink was going to be featured in a magazine, just like a local magazine, and they needed someone to be the Blue Gecko girl. It was called Blue Gecko, and they already chose someone else, and I guess when the guy who designed the dress discovered who it was, they were like, no. And I was pushed into it. Long story short, I had like the flu or something that day, so every 2 seconds, it wasn't the flu, it was like what's it called? Food poisoning. And I had to take a few alley breaks and like it was a wild experience. I just had to be this blue gecko girl, and like people were asking to take pictures with me and stuff. It was really bizarre. And I was like, ugh. But I just felt really crummy. But I tried to make everybody's like nice special because I do like cheering up, strangers especially. But anywho, I don't know what I'm talking about. Ew. Oh, they wanted to paint my nails blue. As soon as those pictures were done, I ran into the office and started screwing it up. For some reason, I just don't. I do have big hands for, the rest of me, I feel. But, I do a lot with these babies. And I don't know. I don't know why that triggered a full rant, but it did. And it's like, too many chemicals, like the smell and, like the constant, like chipping and stuff. I just can't do it. Yeah. But, I got, okay. Anyway. So, GPT, okay. Oops. Is it Thracian? I think I spelled that wrong.
The Thracians were an ancient group of Indo-European tribes who inhabited the regions of Thrace, which is now spread across modern-day Bulgaria, Greece, and Turkey. They existed from around the 1st millennium BC to the early centuries AD. The Thracians had a rich culture with unique art, music, and religion. They were known for their warrior skills and craftsmanship in metalwork. Due to their fragmented society, they never formed a unified political entity, and their territories were eventually absorbed into the expanding Roman Empire by the 1st century AD.
Yeah, I know.
The Ubaidians were a prehistoric people who lived in Mesopotamia during the Ubaid period, circa 6500–3800 BCE. This period predates the Sumerian civilization and is marked by the emergence of early urban centers, complex social structures, and advances in agriculture. The Ubaidians are known for their distinctive pottery, which featured geometric patterns, as well as their oval-shaped dwellings made of mud bricks. They also built some of the earliest temples in Mesopotamia. The Ubaid culture contributed to the development of subsequent civilizations in the region, such as the Sumerians.
Here's some other geometric prints that didn't mention. The Akkadians are another one that's fascinating. I'm gonna pull up some Akkadian artifacts.
Yeah. The Akkadians were an ancient Semitic-speaking people who emerged in the region known as Mesopotamia, located in present-day Iraq. They rose to prominence during the 24th century BCE under the rule of Sargon of Akkad, who established the Akkadian Empire by conquering a number of Sumerian city-states. The Akkadian Empire is considered one of the first empires in history and had a significant influence on the cultural and political landscape of the wider Near East. However, it eventually declined and fell around 2154 BCE due to various factors such as internal strife, invasions, and climatic changes.
Climatic changes, isn't that interesting? The climate changes. It just does. I know, here's and Akkadian artifacts. As you can see, the sun on the top of perhaps a mountain or a structure. I'd say a structure. And it also reminds me of giants because of how large the man is compared to everything else. And I know that it happens in depictions, but it doesn't look like he's in the forefront. He's very much in the back. I don't think we were the only humanoid species. I think there were bigger ones, and I think there were smaller ones. Anubis dancing by a volcano. Wow. Anubis awaiting at his scales to weigh the heart of the newly deceased. How I spell deceased? I should have said just waiting at his scales, not waiting. Wow, that's really nice. That's really nice. Not sure if anybody's here. Hit me with a "Where is Tiffany Dover?" Nice reference, huh? Is he missing again or what? I heard that Mr. Lyra has been on it about a month. Yep, so a month of radio silence. And I remember, yeah, a month. That's wild. I value people with every opinion possible. Every opinion possible, I really do. I think that's most possible. Like, for instance, like if I'm talking to somebody and we're in perfect agreement, I'll naturally start, and I'm sure a lot of people do this, start gravitating towards almost like a devil's advocate stance, just to get more information, like flooding. Because what's more to discuss if like you're in perfect agreement? Just like, oh, I think this. Oh, me too. Oh, cool. But if say, oh, I think this, and then the other person's like, yeah, but what about this? Expands. I also make these crucifixes too. I didn't just make it, I made it quite a bit. I like it. Ooh. And then this is my favorite part. It's like nice, but watch. It's reversible. And in every flower there are vintage rhinestones. So you can hardly see them until light hits it. And then twinkle, twinkle, little stars. And these are just Dollar Tree flowers. And like these ones I ripped apart and tried to make kind of like a scale effect. And it kind of looks very almost 20s. Let me get them going. And I put rhinestones at the end of each one. And you can see. A rhinestone in it. Direction. I just realized how wrong that looked. There's the little rose. Yeah, I like it. Boop. That's not how you say I love that. Check this out. I just want to show this real quick. Scored a vintage hairdryer. Works and everything. Need a tea? It's so weak, so I'm wondering if it's kind of supposed to be like that is weak. Like you can hardly see my hair move. But this is perfect for crafts because the reason why I can't use my hair dryers is because of how powerful they are now. But this is just like it's perfect for resin, paint, everything. Well, oh wow, it's already 10:23. I might hop off and play a few games, make a painting or something, and see about I'm not sure. Come up with ideas, I think. Maybe I'll watch a documentary. I watch a lot of lectures, and you know, I've always like wanted to watch lectures because of like just how much information is packed. Because like yeah, you can watch like documentaries, but a lot of them are made for like entertainment, like history channel documentaries nowadays. But lectures, it's just like nothing but information, and you know, a few pictures here and there, but it's really like information driven, and I deeply value that. But sometimes I would get a little sidetracked while listening to it until I started doing this. I turn the speed up a little bit on lectures, so it sounds like that the people are talking really fast like this, but you're getting so much more information in like less time, and it makes them a lot easier to sit through the entire thing and listen to as if you're just listening to a story or something. Highly recommend. There's this one lecture, if you look up ancient Egyptian magic, it's like the first lecture that comes up. It's fascinating. Maybe I could do a watch party in Kynto and have it playing, and people could comment all kinds of stuff. I've been joining every group I can on Facebook, but it seems to be a lot of like link sharing, and which is perfect and great, but there's so many things that like I need clarified and stuff that I really like discussing it with people. I do have a Discord if anyone is on there, and maybe like every day it'll be a prompt like Sumer, and I don't know how anybody else wants to do it. I am down for all that. That's Florida. South Florida. Southeast Florida. are very effective. I highly recommend. Every thrift store, I feel, will have at least one. And they make really good gifts. Really good icebreakers too. You can totally get one of these for a check and be like, hey, I found this vintage fan at a thrift store. And you're very hot, so I thought you might be able to use it. I don't know. I've been a wingman for a very long time in my life. The only negative comment about on my channel was from a woman, and it's on my Robert Sapere video, and she commented, I'm like, I want on her channel to use good content. I even complimented it after, because I didn't know who she was until she commented on my video, and she said it's bloody disgusting what people will do for an audience. In that video, I'm walking around in trees and giving my pig a carrot. and with a nice ukulele song playing in the background, Flowers on the Wall by the Statler Brothers. I don't know. And I'm very used to getting, kind of negativity, I guess, thrown at me or whatever. But it just bounces off me very easy. It came from an older woman. I was just very taken back by it. I'm still I'm just so curious. I asked why, but I didn't get a response. I'm just so curious as to what about that video made it make somebody say that this is bloody disgusting. I'm just very curious. Ain't no shame in my game, as my friend's sister used to say. Oh yeah, look at that. It's a little person. I made this in 2 seconds. It came out quite nice. I like it. A little person. Yeah. If anybody has any problems, if anybody is here, kind of running out of Lord of Abundance. The reason why I got so, what's it called? Incapable of sitting in here for so long is because I can't play music or anything. And in reality, I'm just kind of talking into the ether. And Madden, create Madden. What's a Madden? Madden. Oh, that's very nice. It came up with Mary, and Jesus' face has got something going on with it. So what is Madden? Madden is a 96.9 kilometer long river, the Bosca de Muerta et Moselle, Departement, northeastern France. A biblical name. Oh, it's a biblical name. Very cool. Madden. How do you pronounce it? Let me ask at GPT. Say Madon. Oh wait, no.
Modern.
At GPT, say Madon.
Madden is an informal expression in Italian, similar to oh my god or wow in English, often used to express surprise, disbelief, or admiration.
Hey, that's interesting. Madon. Lord of perfected success. If you want me to generate something, I'm having quite a good time with this. Create. Right now, what's accessible in Kynto is create in GPT4 at Gucci, and it's highly fascinating and highly entertaining. Lord of Perfected Success. Website. Lord of Material Work. This is the Hermetic Tarot deck. Color blinds, friendly, they're black and white, dripping in details. I personally use tarot cards for art ideas, to study symbolism, as well as free association. Free association meaning use it to like trigger thoughts, memories, ideas, and you can use anything. You use crystal ball. Aluminum metal. Let's see what she'll do. Oh wow. Pretty much Vishnu, Prince of the Chair. Okay. Create Prince of the Chariot of Fire. I kind of want to get my computer so I could what's Omegle? Ooh, that's so cool. That's so cool. I kind of want to change. I did bring a change of clothes. This dress is just like too cozy, I think. Oops. Look out. I'll just more comfortable. Because I didn't account for tallness. Crap. I'm 5'9". It's not even that tall, but I remember in high school, I used to get in the most trouble for going against dress code just because things are a little short. But I was the tallest kid in my school. And one day, my friend, I asked her, if I get in trouble today, can we switch clothes just so they could see like it's a normal size dress? And the thing was like a ball gown on her. And they let me wear it for the rest of the day, but never again. I gotta fix my hair or something. I know this isn't like a fashion channel, but I just maybe I'll just like take this out. I didn't think about this because if I lift my arms up, my dress is gonna go. Oh god. Please don't rip. This dress is silk. And silk is prone to splitting. I'm sorry, yo, this problem made me uncomfortable. Ooh, I hit my funny bone on a box of cards. I remember once I was sitting enjoying the ocean view, and I had a glass in my hands and something else in my other. And I just decided to get up and hit both my funny bones at the same time, dropped the glass, knocked an ashtray over it, and it was just memorable, very anticlimactic, but memorable. If anybody has any prompt ideas or anything, I'm trying to look more alive. I always get something bad in my eye. There's my little jar of scrap copper. Ooh, that was rough. Scrap copper. When this is full, I'll melt it down into an ingot. I've been trying to practice making textures. So I got one wrapped, one twisted, and one hammered. Oh god, this dress was the worst idea. I can hardly move it. Yeah, no, it's gonna rip. Why would this even... Okay, I'm sorry. Yeah, this is not really fit. We have, there's something like the pig. We have, 5 fur companions. We have, a good amount of room, so we were able to take in a few rescues. My cat, a little old lady now, she's so sweet. You often hear her. There's 2. It's Kynto Snake, which is an outdoor cat by choice, and Audrey, which is my black and white cat. Really high-pitched meow. She doesn't have a single tooth. When I rescued her, well, adopted her from a rescue, it said she was missing a few teeth, which I didn't care about that. And then I noticed the little shrimp that I gave her from a wrap because I just got her in her apartment and kept falling out of her mouth, and that's when I discovered she didn't have a single tooth. And the sad thing about her is she was actually returned to that rescue multiple times. She has a pain in the arse, but not enough to, because gosh, she's a, like, you know how people like refer to things as divas? She is a true little diva. Like, it is so funny. She's one of the most entertaining cats ever, and unfortunately she's very old now and is probably going to be crossing that rainbow bridge, because she was 7 in 2011. That's what the rescue said. We don't know if she's older or younger, but yeah, she's getting up there. She's got like she's dropped like a lot of fat and stuff like that. She's very skinny, and yeah. And then the other cat is will only live outside. She refuses to come inside, and when she does, she like will tornado. And then we just adopted a rescue bulldog. My parents' neighbors had adopted him and just couldn't give him the care that he needed, and I offered, I'll take him, because he's in a kind of sad state. And which is just the guy who owned it lives in a very small apartment, and just like he's in his 70s, and dog was on wasn't fixed and a ball of energy, and so he needed, you know, room to run around and other dogs. And we have another dog named Lucy who is also a senior, and it's like taken like, it's like added 10 years to her life. Like, she went from just little old lady Lucy to like a puppy again, so really thankful for that. And then of course Mr. Blue, which is my pig and my pride and joy. I love that pig with every fiber of my being. But, yeah. Songs are our furthest. One day I will remember to bring a mirror in here. Well, okay. 10:41. Maybe I'll skedaddle and do some stuff. Make some stuff, I mean. Because I could feel myself. I'm very hot. And I probably look like crap at this point. Control systems. That's interesting. I haven't heard of that yet. Have I ever been interested in control systems within secret societies? I'm not entirely sure. Control systems. The secret algorithms that control money. That looks like a good article. JSTOR, I'm not sure. JSTOR has a lot of really good articles and studies, all kinds of things, but it's quite difficult to get in. You either have to pay for it or log in through your library. However, they're giving 10 articles freely, I think every month or something. Try to find the ones I saved. But let me see, because I'm interested in what I suppose I mean, in the military there is a need-to-know basis for secrets. Oh, then absolutely. I finally got a copy of Morals and Dogma, original copy, so there's nothing excluded as far as I know. And it was wildly fascinating to finally get to see what a lot of the teachings and such are based off of. A lot of Egyptology, a lot of Babylonian. It's just fascinating to me. It's it's just like anything else, but with very, very deep roots within mythology and world history as a whole. And that is just, I never understood the I don't know. I have a lot of respect for that, because if you're living your daily life, but also being aware, it's all about awareness. I feel like hyper awareness in regards to personal thought, as well as oh yeah, no, 100%. One of my favorite things is kind of the only reason why I watch award shows is alright, what symbolism is are we going to be inundated with tonight? The ball worship is very apparent, and there's so many little instances, the Balenciaga ball, but they're tapes, the BAAL ball, and then what is that called? Not the Olympics, but it's in the UK. Gosh, what is it? They just had their event a few months ago, and they had the Tower of Babel, and I just realized Babel's the language, and isn't the Tower of Babel have to do with language? Well, real quick, had the bowl, and a girl holding a crystal up to it. I feel I almost feel low in a way, because Britney Spears, Commonwealth Games, exactly right. That was wild. I actually have a playlist called Ball Worship, and I've just been adding little instances here and there. I'm trying to see if it's public, and if you have any examples, I'll add it to it. It's just highly fascinating how many times. I think there's only 2 videos in it because I kind of forgot to add. Where is it? Okay, it's the dove symbol, the peace dove symbol. I've got 4 videos on it. Of course, the Alex Jones footage of Bohemian Grove, the Commonwealth Games, and in 1933, the ceremony at Soldier Field is another, like, they have a huge ball statue erected, and, oh, okay. Does it have something to do with languages? Like there was one language, or I think I'm remembering something wrong. There's like a global language. Because I know the one, like, punishment was giving everybody different languages to so nobody could understand each other, which is gosh, it's like the modern day is like so ancient in a way because some of this stuff goes back for so long, and some things untouched too, like completely untouched. Excuse me for 1 second. I gotta fix something. Humans try to unite the world under one language, and God strikes it down, scattering the languages. I value social media completely. I know there's a lot of, like, the thing is like, I'm not doing anything illegal, and so I don't mind, like, essentially sharing my life. I really like communicating with others from different backgrounds. That's how I learn, like, interesting tidbits. One of my favorite, I guess, social media is Tandem. Tandem is a language site, but the app has this really cool feature that they're chat rooms, but with voice, and you can mute your mic if you want to, and every room will have a different theme. One time I heard someone banging on it, and interesting. But yeah, it'll be different things, and like when the war was breaking out heavily, it was hard to find people to contact or communicate with to see like what was happening on the ground. Tandem, there was a lot of people discussing like bravely, and on both sides. I am not xenophobic in any stretch of the imagination, and I will not demonize an entire group of people for any reason. Everything is valuable, deeply valuable, and malleable too. And well, long story short, I'm part of so many Facebook groups for different things, everything from identifying plants to vintage tech, and like to the point that like my timeline is just non-stop information, like everything. I deeply value it, and like now there's more chat groups, like an Egyptology one, but I'm trying to make a better one. I do have I feel you there. The distraction is real, especially with reels. I had to stop watching reels for a little bit because I can't just watch one. I'll watch like hours worth because they're 30 seconds. In my mind, I'm like, 30-second video. I'll just watch a few, and and you'll notice the sun start going down, and the reels are real hooky. Like they hook you in and keep you there. So now instead of watching reels, I'm trying to make reels to, add to the problem. I kid, of course, but I always forget to film the stuff that I do. I make things 24/7, and I think right now I'm trying to see what kind of position I'm going to play on YouTube. My channel started out as just unboxing watercolor paints and stuff like that, and then I was like, well, I kind of want to do a theology or mythology discussion, but I couldn't find many ways to get that efficient so other people can be part of the discussion rather than just me. And it's quite difficult to get people on screen, but I'm learning how to do that so I could have guests. And sometimes I do go live on Instagram just because I could have 3 extra people talking, and they're on screen too, and they just make it really easy, and I could do it from my phone, so I could do it anytime. Right now I'm streaming through Will's phone until I get 1,000 subscribers. You can't stream live from your mobile unless you have 1K, and right now I think I have. I'm very proud of this. I know people would laugh at this number, but I am 513 subscribers. It's insane. Like 500 people walked out. It was like, hey, what are you doing? I freaked the heck out. But so I'm quite proud of that number right there. And no advertising or anything. Just I highly recommend starting a channel. I don't know, I don't get out much. Everybody just wants to go to bars and stuff like that, and that's the last place I want to go. I like, thrift stores, nature preserves, museums, or not leaving the house. And I'm quite a night owl, so I'm rarely awake I'm trying to switch my sleep schedule around to become a morning person. It has not been easy. I grow plants. I have a little nursery, just a little seasonal nursery. I grow the stuff for us, and then anything extra I just sell and offer up eBay and stuff like that. And thank you so much. That is huge. Thank you. I don't think I've ever been suggested before. That's wild. I bet. Oh my gosh, have you ever tried mudlarking? That's my #1 thing I want to try right now. I started magnet fishing and I really enjoy it. Haven't found anything St. Augustine, I did find an old harmonica, which was pretty cool. And it wasn't old. I think it's made to look old, and it's like kind of teach. Oh, very nice. I have a local and small business page on my website too, and I'm more than happy to add anybody's businesses, links, social medias, anything. It's just my little way to support small businesses. I'm a huge fan of small business and shopping small, and so I have a page dedicated for it. But mudlarking, real quick. Mudlarking, oh my god. So I first found out about it in River Thames in England. People mudlark there a lot and find ancient stuff. And like Washington and Massachusetts are two places that I want to mudlark here. I'm an idiot. But like Massachusetts especially, but because of the port. Anywhere you have a port, bring a magnet, low tide, and look in the rocks, drag the magnet around. You'll be amazed by what you can find. If you look up magnet fishing and mudlarking, people find legit treasures. And it's such a good time. You get to hang out in nature, hear the sound of water. It's fantastic. I used to actually find a lot of old dump sites, and found at the bottom of a polio vaccine bottle, shards of old Coke bottles. Never found anything full. And then the one time I went, they were doing the irrigation in this neighbor's yard. They were finding tiny bottles intact every 2 seconds. And I couldn't even find a shard. I'm like, well, can I just have one? I didn't ask. But yeah, mudlarking. Mudlarking. If I had a spot to mudlark, I'd be 24/7. Mudlarking and panning for gold are the two things that I know for a fact I could do for hours. Because when I dig for, like, when I find the old dump sites and old sites of historical houses that have long since, like, burnt down or just completely eradicated, I'll sit there and dig for hours without destroying anything. I'm like an amateur archaeologist, if you will. I'll bring a little paintbrush and everything. And the first thing I found that made it that settled it to be a true passion was a 1919 Buffalo nickel. And that's not much, but that finds, there's not a lot to find in my area. And a lot of the native peoples were hunter-gatherers. The Florida was just so lush, like, and full of water. Like when you see old maps of Florida, Lake Okeechobee flowed through the whole center of the state. Like it wasn't a lake, it was like this huge sprawling sea of grass and water, swamps. Really, really nice. Yeah, no, I love anything outdoors I could do for ages. It's one of those things. I don't know why that's gone out of style. Like when I was a kid, like the funnest thing you could possibly do was camping. And it doesn't matter if it was in your backyard. Like in high school, everyone was just worried on getting some grass, ass, or beer. And I had this oil drum that cut in half, and had cut in half, and a metal oil drum, and I brought that with me everywhere. And that's what I used to feed people on. I found a grill grate in an alley, and this lasted years. And you just find some good scrap wood. Australian pine is real delicious. Sea grape is delicious too, but you don't want to put it in your fridge because it has a very sour like taste the next day. But the first day almost has like a kind of teriyaki, almost like bittersweet taste on the food. And it's not the best to cook in foil, but what I would do is go to the Spanish market and get any food that was like the cheapest cheap, like chicken thighs and pretty much all vegetables. And I would just throw that in foil, throw it on the fire, and we all ate. And soup, stews, everything. And it didn't matter if it was in a back alley, a nature preserve where it was legal, or the beach. That oil drum was brilliant. I want one to this day. Just got a canoe actually, an old canoe, all for up. And went and took it, and just like a canal that was in the town over because it was nice and wide. And oh my god, it was the time of my life. I love it so much. It's been a minute since I've been in a canoe or kayak. And brought the magnet, brought a little fishing pole, and it didn't catch anything, but it was nice. There's gators. Florida, there's gators everywhere. And the gators here are quite small. Like, I mean, here. And, I mean, the biggest gator I have seen was decapitated. And it was on the side of, like, a bank. It was horrific. And then once, oh my god, my cat was missing. I kept finding parts of pigs everywhere. Like, I have a pet pig. It freaked me out. Excuse me, that was gnarly. But, yeah, I keep an eye out for poachers. And I'll go, or something like that. Usually I'll just, like, make a noise. I don't say anything, because it's just, the gators are so cute, and they're so chill, like, and I deeply value being able to walk, like, a few blocks and get to see them, and, I know one day they won't be there. I bet. I have to look that up. I hope there's not music on it. I've been... Yeah, that being said though, as much as I love gators, I would totally attempt to jump on one if one got my pig. My pig's like quite big. He's a big boy. I can't even lift him up anymore. And so not... The comment, that is extremely reckless, dangerous, and irresponsible for that gator to challenge a Florida man. It's so true. No, I've always loved Florida. When I was a kid, I wanted to, like, Louisiana or New York, just because of the culture. And, New York, like, the inundation of culture, there's so much going on there at every second, besides the morning. I went out one morning, and nothing was open, and I'm talking, like, 11 o'clock in the morning, so it's, like, a night owl's paradise, but, yeah, nothing was happening. And then some lady spat on my shoes because I asked her how she was. I was like, "Hi, how are you?" And then some guy, I was like looking at a building and he had a bunch of kegs on like a dolly and hit my ankles with it, but I had boots on, so it was fine. And I didn't say anything. He's like, "You think you're fucking special?" And I was like, "Yeah, I'm in New York right now. I'm a Florida girl," so like, it was insane. I was convinced I was gonna be unalived by a falling ashtray because the buildings are so big, but I felt more at home than anywhere else. It was a very crazy experience, and it's the only time I went. It was like 10 years ago, but near and dear. That was indeed hilarious. Yeah, I never get sick of gator stories. They're so prevalent here. Maybe 2 or 3 weeks ago, there was a turtle that was trying to get back into the canal, and he rested in the yard, and I looked it up, it was called a cooter. I wish I didn't clear my phone, because I would be able to show pictures, even if it was just to show on, well, here's a nice image. My pig fell asleep in the laundry basket. I was in the middle of laundry, and yeah, here's a good picture so you can see his face. That's Blue, my pride and joy, the most beautiful boy. I got him when he was 8 or 10 weeks old, like the smallest creature I've ever seen. And sadly, I didn't take a lot of pictures when he was that size. I was so afraid of losing him because everything I read before I adopted him was like, get a pig, it's the best pet possible. As soon as I adopted him, all those articles disappeared and was like 10 reasons why you shouldn't get a pig, and stuff like that. And a lot of the articles I was reading is like how delicate the baby pigs are. The reason why he was also adopted out is because he was the runt, and the mother usually eats the runt, so he wouldn't have made it very far. So he grew up inside of a house, and he doesn't like the outside at all. He likes beds and blankets, and it's impossibly entertaining. I do want to start screaming in the room, like he sleeps in the bed like a dog or something. It's incredible. And he does sunbathe, and that's him sunbathing. He just like becomes a bean. I love that boy so much. Oh, and here's Audrey. She's very old. She was 7 in 2011, and she's very old. She's got no teeth and the cutest meow. And he's got sour cream on his face. But that's Church, our newly adopted rescue. He's a very sweet pup. They don't. So the reason why they play in mud is because it cools them down, kind of like natural sunscreen. He doesn't do that. He doesn't even root. Rooting is when they dig up soil and they eat like little roots, all kinds of stuff, and they get a lot of benefit from that. He doesn't know how to do that. He never has. And he used to get baths, hates it. When they scream, they're louder than an alarm, like extremely loud, like can break glass loud. And they're cleanly and they don't like being dirty. Like even though they cover themselves in mud, that's just if it's very hot out and to cool them down because they do run hot. But he's not dirty. Like every now and then I'll get caught in the rain running by and I'll dry him off really good. He can't stand water. I think it's because the fur isn't like fur, it's like bristles, and it doesn't absorb water. It just like drops off of it, and all those drops are going from his bristles to his like skin, and I think it just bugs him out because he hates it. If I get a little water on him, spill a lot of water, he'll sit there shaking until it's done or off, and just like a dog. Yeah, but they're very, like, when they're born, they will go to the furthest area possible to go to the bathroom because they don't like to shite where they sleep. They're very cleanly, and they don't smell. Their eyes, like, it's called rust, the orange stuff, but like their eyes like kind of juice up a little bit, and I don't want to sound too weird, it smells like maple syrup, I swear. And like I've seen it mentioned before in pig groups, so it's a thing. And I've actually been, because what is that called? He doesn't trigger allergies. He's gosh, what is that called? Doesn't trigger allergies. What is that called? I just had it. It's gonna drive me nuts when I can't think of Hypoallergenic. Hypoallergenic. That's it. Pigs are hypoallergenic. And, some people may have allergies to something that they produce, but, yeah, no. They all stink. Well, Blue doesn't. He's never rooting and stuff like that. Every now and then he'll have a face full of sawdust because we get mulch drops from our local tree companies. I'll call it every single tree company and ask to get their mulch. We've been in a drought for the last few months here in South Florida, and I am growing a lot of plants at once, and I have to keep a lot at once alive, and mulch is the easiest way to do it. It not only feeds the plants, but it keeps the soil from drying out, and it keeps it moist, and a lot of the plants here in Florida like acidic soil, and the mulch is usually pine trees, and when that breaks down, it'll make the soil more acidic. It's even hay, like I'm growing my potatoes this year in mulch, not even soil, which I've done that a few times, but always kind of forget about them. This time I'm not, and I usually do them in soil and bins, only because bins are so easy to tip over, and then I can use all that soil for smaller pots and just grab all the potatoes. Very easy to plant. You could grow them in crumpled newspaper if you wanted to, and or like a a bin with drainage, or a laundry basket with hay, and you could go to any place to get hay, and any type of hay, and it just like retains moisture, and that way you can literally pick up the clumps and see them growing, and they come out very clean, very round, nice and big, because not fighting soil to grow, and I'll be amazed. The first time I did it, I was living in an apartment, and just threw potatoes that had the eyes starting on it in a bin of soil, just soil that I got from the yard, and like within like a month, I guess, the plants will die. Beautiful green plants, very thick and lush. When those die, your potatoes are done, and then you just dump it out, and potatoes. And they're like, I usually harvest them when they're babies, baby potatoes. They're so buttery, they just take a second to cook, and they're really good, really good. The red potatoes seem to do the best for me personally. And yeah, I love me a good potato. I cannot believe, I can't remember what time I started the stream. Oh wow, I've been on here for a second. I'm gonna be on live pretty much every day for the next few weeks until what? I'm trying to get a bunch of people in Kynto because I want to start doing raffles and such, and quizzes, like trivia nights and stuff like that while building. I am infatuated with this. It's so nostalgic, and I like anything that you build on, and I like the concept of like Minecraft or something because the building thing, but I don't know if it's like my eyes or something. It really gives me a headache, and it's not nostalgia for me. It doesn't hit that point, but yeah, it's dope. Ain't nothing wrong with that. I don't know. I'm gravitating towards this so heavily, and I even have, I don't know if you could see clicking around. Got my little pyramid, got this dope tower, and this little lava land where the Cyclops lives. And the next one I'm doing a Masonic themed one. It's gonna have the towers and the checkerboard, and then Jacob's ladder ascending to another level. I'm gonna try to depict that, and as well as kind of like a fever dream one, because I feel like that's one I'll really let loose on. This one is supposed to be kind of spooky. Potatoes and onions is like life. Oh my god, what a good combination. We've been making a lot of those smashed potatoes. It was like a viral recipe, You take a baked potato, which you could even microwave it. Tell you the truth, that's what I do most of the time. Just for time. It takes quite a long time to bake a potato and boil one. But bake potato and then smash it to make like a pancake type thing. And then you put that on broil for a few minutes with a little oil to get it crispy. It's like a mixture of potato skins, hash browns, home fries, and, you know, a mashed potato all rolled in one to one, and it's addicting. And the small potatoes, they could be essentially eaten like chips. Really good. I mean, that went viral for a reason, right? And it's very tasty. Now, chamoy, on the other hand, I need the recipe to do it better, because, like, I did that chamoy thing, and it was really good, but I thought it was going to be sweet, and it's not. It's like, kind of bitter or something. I don't know. I have a whole bottle of it now that I have to find recipes for. Chamoy. And, well, hello, Mr. Pitt. Today ChatGPT and Create are now on Kynto. And, I'm trying to get as many people as I can on here, because I'm going to start doing, discussions and trivia nights on it. ADD friendly, could build, explore, all kinds of stuff. But this is what I'm really excited about, so I'll grab a random Hermetic Tarot card. Lord of Abandoned Success at Create. Lord of Abandoned Success. What a deep thought that is. Abandoned success. Isn't that like, what's his name? Dave Chappelle. Oh wow. Unsettling. I like it. Let's see. I want to do just abandoned success. Create abandoned success. That's a really interesting concept. Kynto. Ooh, Papa Rihanna. I love Peruvian food, especially chifa. I think chifa is like a mix of Chinese and Peruvian. Oh my god. Potato. Oh yeah, yes. I've had those. A lot of Cuban restaurants have them too. Very good. And the stuffed yuca ones. Thankfully in Florida there is no shortage of good food here. Absolutely immense. Absolutely. Thank you for stopping by. Like I said, I'm going to be here quite a lot in the next few weeks, and tomorrow I'll probably start building a new room to make kind of like a Masonic themed one, and I mean, maybe I mean, I don't have insurance, I don't fucking know. But this is Kynto. It's a live avatar chat. It's actively being developed, but completely available on Apple, on Android, and I didn't mean to hit it with that. I thought that was the nippy bit. But very nostalgic. I'm actually starting to make my own pixel assets to be introduced, and if you make pixel art, feel free to, you know, if you want some specific things in here. This is the room that I started. I'm a crafter. I'm not the most technologically savvy human, but I really like building things and using materials of all kinds. And here's my room so far. It's a little scattered. I tried to do kind of like the natural terrain, but I'm going to start going in and trying to get the aesthetic a little bit more familiar, and not familiar, cohesive, and yeah, I got a little, but I'm sorry, I drank a lot of coffee today. I have to, or else I'll be too quiet. So what I've been doing is using Create to just generate random stuff for entertainment purposes, and you know, unstable, and I've been using the Hermetic cards and Manly Pihol's I'm sorry. I've been on for I think like 3 hours now. secret teachings of all ages to just kind of make prompts. I know people have been making AI art or using prompts, interesting prompts, for a long time, but now that it's in Kynto, I'm having the time of my life with it. Immerse prostalac. I think it was going for like important, impossible prostaculation. Just kidding, I don't know if I but here's this bad boy. Finally got a copy of my own. It took me a long time to get this. And it's Manly P. Hall's Secret Teachings of All Ages, and it is exactly that. We have every culture, every time period. It's absolutely fascinating. And, like I always... Oh, sorry. Yeah, let's see here. Kind of like a jackass of all trades. I do some arts, and I grow plants. I sell seeds and cuttings, and just overall just enjoy things and learning new things to enjoy. I'm quite a scatterbrain. I think that's why I do enjoy so many different hobbies. And yeah. I guess I could ask, what are you into? And yeah, I think that's a good question. What are you into? Do you like plants? I am an old lady. I am old. Now I'm old. I am old. I am old. I was born in 1992. And according to the internet, I am a hag now. Yeah, aren't they? I try to grow just about everything I can. I have some eggplant that sprouted and vanilla bean orchid. It grows really easily from cuttings, so if any of your neighbors has vanilla bean growing, it's like $25 for one dang bean. And in tropical climates, at least, or indoors, you can grow it. It's an orchid, a bromeliad. Thank you. I just, my whole life I wanted to be, I have I guess a bubbly personality or something. I'm not taken seriously very often, so I was like, when I'm older I will be, but, gosh, instead I'm just like, I don't know. I think just like the world is so dang different. I'm not like against change by any means, but I feel like the global mentality is shifting or something. Just like the seasons. The seasons are completely different, and like, I don't know. I always go into like I have a lot of opinions, and especially right now, but God, I don't know. Maybe that's why I want to do the discussions in Kynto, so I can say whatever the hell I want without like overthinking it. Because like, yeah, I am. I don't know if you'll be here when I get back. I'm just gonna throw some more coffee in my drink. Last thing I need, but I'm sorry. I'll be back. another reason too I'm so all over the place is I am naturally this way, but in person I'm quite quiet. I'm quite a quiet person. But for live streams, and the reason why I'm doing these live streams is A, sharing like little projects that I have coming up, but also my phone is really full, and the length of videos that I want to make and the ones that I have planned, it never goes to plan. I kind of over caffeinate myself before I go on stream, and my first few streams, like, you can tell I'm just very quiet and still all over the place. I have a lot of hobbies and interests, and I'm constantly looking for to communicate with others. I'm a hermit. I don't get out much. This is my creation station. I sew, crochet, make jewelry, paint, every possible hobby. I try to at least try once or twice. Magnet fishing. Haven't mudlarked yet. Fishing. A lot of hobbies. And my streams are originally to teach arts and crafts. However, I don't know. I think I'm not entirely sure who my audience is yet, and I'm working towards getting 1,000 subscribers so I could start streaming my day-to-day, like working in the yard and like my metal work and stuff like that, because I have to do it outside. And so I'm trying to familiarize with myself with my I know it's not a lot of subscribers, but I have 513 subscribers. I'm almost halfway to 1,000, and then I could stream everything in my pig and all that. I don't get much feedback, so I'm just kind of ranting into the ether at this point, which I don't mind because I do enjoy socializing, and I don't know. I've always been like the type of person that people come to like when they have a problem. I think because I'm a good distraction, especially during like dark times. I'm trying to put a coherent thought out there, but I just can't do it. Darn it. Yeah, and I guess like I don't know. I'm 30, but I have no idea, like, I don't know what I want to be when I grow up. And also, like, filling silence. That's the only feedback I got in the beginning, is that I was too quiet and that there was too much silence in between everything I was saying. And I might change my name. My name was originally supposed to be, because this was going to be my way of advertising my shop. However, I've been on a little bit of a hiatus from it. I do have a website called subtropicalbotanica.com. However, it's been a little bit since I've added everything to it. I'm still in between all the pantheons. I'm really into mythology. Pretty much everything that I do is inspired by symbolism and mythology, as far as arts and crafts. And my website. And my goal is to have every pantheon of every culture, ancient Roman gods, Greek gods, Egypt, and Sumerian, absolutely everything that I could possibly get up. However, I'm sure you can tell I'm quite a scatterbrained human being, and I don't have many friends that, because I could get along with just about anybody. However, I could get along with people with like vastly different opinions, interests. However, we don't have a lot of similar opinions and interests, so I don't really get to kind of debate. I enjoy debating, and it's not like hostile debating, just debating to learn something new. Like if I am in too much agreement with someone during a discussion, I'll tend to go and like start to veer towards like devil's advocate almost, to get more information into the conversation, because it's like I really agree with this. Oh, me too. That's over. But when you say, well, what about this? A why will pop up, and then that why is, and I don't know. I like learning as much as possible, and about as much as possible, and yeah, I don't know. I don't get out much. I read more than I speak out loud, and I don't know. And at the time of my life where I want to find mutual minds to have kind of like a study group, people that enjoy studying just for the sake of learning something, and to discuss those somethings with, because yeah. Oh, histories, mysteries, and veils. And right now I'm actually trying to make music for the backgrounds, because I think that's another reason that triggers my rants, because I'm sitting here in dead silence, and I can't, I mean, I have a, like, friends' band's music I could play, but between, like, copyright stuff and, like, the automatic, like, it's like if it hears music, it shuts the stream down, and silence, just, it'll drive anybody nuts. And yeah, I think I'm going to start streaming the games that I've been playing. Last game I played was like Tomb Raider on PlayStation 1, but I got really into Assassin's Creed and Modern Warfare. I needed more, like, kind of like activities that I could do in between activities that keep my mind active, and I really liked Assassin's Creed. However, it's one of those games that could be 1 in the afternoon, and then I look at the clock and it's 8 p.m. and I was like, ooh. And then I discovered Battlefield, and I was alright, but I couldn't get anything in that game. And then I discovered Modern Warfare 2 had short games or quick games. I am hooked on it, and not very good. The most kills that I got was 22 or 21, but having the time of my life, and I think it's because I'm playing with real people, and you could strategize and work together towards, like, the goal, and I find that really valuable, and it's just very entertaining. I'm sorry. I am reading it. Am I not doing a good job at responding? I took a breath. I did. I'll take one more. Silence is just so loud in here. I mean, maybe a show and tell. I just got this, and I want to use this to interview priests with popsicle sticks. I've been wanting one of these for years, and it's got the mic ready to go. I just have to find my cassettes. Oh, and the power cord must be in the camper. I'm trying to gain the courage to move this beehive that's taking over this camper. Oh, really? Yeah, I could see that. I exhaust myself, to be honest. I'm an only child, if that, I don't know why I said that, but, I started moving a beehive. Because I'm trying not to harm a single bee. I grow plants, so they're pretty dang important, and especially to the fruiting ones. I have pictures, but I cleared my phone out. Maybe if I search bees. It's a huge hive. There's 2 hives actually, and here it is. See, it's like in the inner corner, so it's quite difficult to get to. But I am starting to transfer them into a box, and was able to get a whole jar of honey without affecting them in the least. I was trying to get them into the new box frame, but it's the first time that I'm moving a hive. I've been studying like everything that I can so I could do it properly, and the one thing I wasn't really prepared for is how heavy even a small piece of comb is. And it was instantly like slipping out of my hands, and I had big canvas gloves on. Delicious, obviously. Not a single bee was harmed. And they're only child gaming. Yeah, no, I don't know many only children. Apparently, it makes a lot of things make sense, because anytime I tell somebody I'm an only child, they'll go, oh, that makes sense. And yeah. I do not live with my parents. We live in the swamps. My fiance and I, he's a computer programmer as well as software developer, and I'm a crafter / artist, if I could call myself that. I enjoy creating things and growing things. And this is actually one of the reasons why I'm starting to make pixel art is a mutual passion project between the two, a software developer as well as a crafter, to see what happens. And always working on something, and yeah, 100%, like very strong. Just scraping it off was quite the effort, and we saved all the wax. Actually melted some down. It broke. I had a nice little puck of it. This is a jeweler's saw blade, and I needed beeswax for the longest time. Oh no. Okay. And I can use it for any saw blades. And this is from the comb. I'm quite proud of that. And and this cuts right through copper. Do I have a piece? I guess I can see this. I really do want to do the metalwork on them. The only thing I'm thinking is it will be insufferable because of the hammering. And it's a lot of hammering. I don't know why I was going to show you. You're not going to be able to see it, a little cut in copper. But yeah, thank you. That is about the right questions. Like I said, I do get very little feedback, which that's nobody's responsibility to give me feedback, but I do have the tendency to fill air with rambling, and yeah. I know, because I don't know. I don't get out much, but I have a good time. I'm actually trying to get him on camera, especially to talk about GPT4 and its position in Kynto, and the goals as well as what to expect. And like if you have any features you'll want in Kynto, let me know, because this is I'm a giant child at heart, and I don't know, I'm getting quite into gaming of all kinds. I was on Scratch the other day. It's incredible what people make. A very little, like, with very few parts. And Will actually has started creating this when he was 15 years old. We're both 30. And it's just one of those full circle things. He's been working on this, and like only recently has it have like loose ends come together. You know, it takes inspiration. It takes, you know, all from scratch too, like all from scratch. And the assets are a little mismatchy, but that's going to be a huge like thing that I love about it, because every room I could use a different aesthetic in, and all that changes every single day. It's truly a DIY, and you could collect apples to make to drop tiles to make your world on, and pretty soon there's going to be a ton of mini games, and I really want tic-tac-toe for some reason. I just think it's such an easy thing to pull out, and it'll be in chat. And I think that is one of the most brilliant little games to play with another person. I love playing tic-tac-toe. It's such an easy like thing to whip out. And yeah. And have the time of my life, and I owe it all to do. Create the poked on dope. No, I'm just kidding. Oh. I will start to try to plan these dreams better, and I don't know. I think also it's just one person, because podcasts are like going in every direction the entire time. But I think because it simply is a conversation, I do want to have others on. I live like essentially in the swamps, Everglades. The region of the sun. Okay. A little hot back here. And to clarify, this isn't my room. Somebody thought this was my bedroom. It's not. It's the creation station, although my room isn't far from this. Would anybody like me to type in a prompt to see what it decides to create with it? I know this has been done millions of times, but it is now in Kynto, and it's I'm having the time of my life. everything I say, I go to say is not related to the thing I said prior, so it's making me overthink. God damn it, I'm doing it again. Man. I made some dingleberries, which is just what I lovingly call, I make a lot of jewelry. And so I'm using larger wires. This is salvaged electrical wire. And I even put a nutmeg on the thing to put in my camping setup because I love the hell out of nutmeg. And I'm curious as to what questions you may have. I think also like to I don't know what I'm saying anymore. Well, hold on. How long have I been sitting here being insufferable? 3 hours and 13 minutes. Ooh. 2. God, my hair is looking a mess. I've been I need pens. Get some pens. Don't think that's gonna. No! What the fuck? Hyperion? I met my fiance on Instagram, believe it or not. I was looking for a certain type of tree, and I was just looking around local listings and stuff like that, and then found his Instagram profile. We had a few mutual friends. We actually went to the same high school and lived a few blocks away from each other. I have multiple mutual friends, like childhood friends, and a bunch of wild little correlations like that. He's actually from Scotland. He moved here when he was 15, and which is wild that we have so many correlations. And yeah, I asked him if I had found a certain plant next to a castor bean plant that looks like Mexican dream herb, and I asked him if the potentially could be it. And you know, like my mom says, it never hurts to ask. And long story short, we've been together ever since, about 4.5 years now. And yeah. Shoot, I just showed his ring. I got him a ancient Roman bronze ring, and it was only like $50, and it's 100% genuine. It was found in the UK by a metal detector, and hold on. Oh, okay. Let me grab my work binder, because I think I have some. Oh, excuse me, that's for. I have all the. prolific note taker. I am a scatterbrain, as I say too often to not be annoying. But recently I've been trying to really get all the pantheons together. So we got the Egyptian pantheon. My favorite, Selket, Selket, scorpion goddess of Egypt, goddess of the dead. Sometimes depicted as a scorpion-headed woman, and sometimes a woman-headed scorpion. Often appears with Neith, my second favorite, well, really my first favorite. I'm sorry. Lady of the Beautiful Tent, Lady of the Beautiful House, which is where they would embalm the deceased. She was a protector goddess, of snake and scorpion bites, however, also known to have the two do her bidding. And Neith is a goddess usually depicted sometimes with the head of a gator, but usually nursing gators. And sometimes with green skin to symbolize the underworld. I am fairly certain. Yeah, yeah. Like very, very mutual friends. Like my childhood best friend, they were hanging out at the same time, which always drives me nuts because it's like, all my friends know I'm really into plants. They couldn't have been like, hey, meet my friends, you know? But, yeah. And, because I'm from a small town, like a small coastal town here in Florida, and, it's not quite where everybody knows each other, but if you're in the downtown area, everybody knows each other. And, I must walk by his house every single day, and, just, I don't know, I love serendipity, synchronicity, all that stuff. And quite a magnet somehow. Like, one story I often bring up, like let yourself become a human feather, essentially. I needed jeweler saws blades. These. Which I finally got. New ones. I went to a friend's garage because I needed help moving something. And they weren't into making jewelry. Nobody that lived in that house was. And I was looking up jeweler saw blades, like, on the way there. All of a sudden I get there, I see a really old envelope, just, like, kind of crumpled and rolled into, you know, like, rolled up. And I picked it up, just decided to open it. A fresh, like, bundle of jeweler saw blades. They come in little bundles like this. I couldn't believe it. And that's happened multiple times. I lost my purse, of course, and it fell off the car, actually. It was very dark. It was very dark. And, like, no street lights at all. Could see the Milky Way some nights. Unfortunately, there's a lot of building happening, so I won't be able to see. Yeah, no, I actually quit drinking coffee for a really long time. But I started playing Call of Duty just because it's fast-paced, it's live. I was getting sick of playing AI. No offense. I enjoy, like, playing with others. And I'm trying to get a little team going, but I don't know anybody who plays other than Will. And I'm just really a big fan of it. Like in the morning, it used to take me so long to wake up, but now I'll just force myself to play a quick game. It's like 5 minutes long, and it would put some pep in my step. Yeah, and that's that, and I tend to over-caffeinate myself because I think the whole purpose is entertainment, and I'm naturally a very quiet person, and like I spend more time, like, deep in thought rather than, you know, socializing. I don't drink alcohol or anything like that. Personal choice. I just one day I used to be quite a fan of beer and whiskey. Whiskey, 2 ice cubes, that's it. But one day I just, like, woke up. I had no grandparents left. My 20s were halfway gone, and I couldn't read any of my handwriting, wasn't really creating drawings or art, and I just, I put it down for good. And the awareness, I think it's the biggest scam to the human soul, honestly. The clarity and the awareness is worth everything to me. I now try to make time go by as slow as possible and learn as much as I can. And then, try to inspire others to, make stuff if possible. Today, it was a little scrambled because yeah. Nice to meet you, Mr. Pitt. Thank you for stopping by. Yeah. I think actually I'm gonna head off too because I am just rambling and that's probably pretty insufferable and hard to listen to. I'm gonna try to make not necessarily scripts, but to make some changes. Alright, well, happy trails, beautiful ether. I will probably be back on tomorrow to start building a new room. I was going to do that today, but I am just having way too much fun with this because I've been in a little bit of a creative funk. I just not creating as many pictures or drawing as much as I usually do, and I want to change that. So I've been kind of widening my reach and learning new mediums to work with and new sources of inspiration. And yeah, and yes, if anybody is interested, please download Kynto and could start finally forming a group for discussions in here in which everybody will be talking. It won't just be me, I promise. And yeah, if anybody's interested in that. And raffles and trivia and stuff like that. I'm a huge fan. Karaoke also, because you could interject YouTube videos in the background, so you could have karaoke literally on it. And yeah, I think that would be nice. Thank you, Mysteries Unveiled. I think I'll probably be back tomorrow, and yeah. Find me on Instagram at Good Witch of the East Coast. It's a play on words, because Good Witch of the East, she's really the bad witch of the East. It's just a play of words. Good Witch of the East Coast on Instagram. And I do have a Discord. I'm not sure if anybody's on it. What else do I have? I mean, that's essentially it, I think. And Kynto. Of course, Kynto. Anyway, thank y'all. Happy trails and have the most beautiful night possible. Draw something if you've never drawn anything before. Listen to something you've never listened to before. Maybe I'll end every stream with a song recommendation. Today's recommendation, well, first I'll remind of yesterday's. George Danzer's Ein wenig Liebe. So Ein, E-I-N space W-E-N-I-G space L-I-E-B-E. Fantastic German song. It is gorgeous. And the recommendation for today, I mentioned it earlier, way earlier, is Hasta Te Kenosi. Let me see if I'm saying that right. It's by Juan Gabriel, and you want to watch the oh, you know what? I could just share it in the thing. It's my favorite. Oh my gosh. Gabriel Hasta Ke Te, Ka is French. I think K is Hasta Ke Tenosi. Hasta Ke Te Kenosi. I'm sorry for mispronouncing all of that. Let's see. Okay, perfect. Okay, I shared it in the chat. I think it means until I met you. Juan Gabriel, the Bell Arts. What's it called? This one you want. And then Anna Gabriel, I believe. does a cover of it that's really, really good. She has like one of those scratchy voices that just like tickles the brain or something. Incredible. And then of course I have to always recommend one of my favorite songs in the history of songs is Roxy Music, Mother of Pearl. You can't go wrong with that one. You can maybe go wrong with In Every Dream Home a Heartache. It takes a certain crowd, but it's fantastic. It's one of my favorites, and I don't know. I'm very music centric, and if anybody else has any recommendations, I love learning new things to listen to. And on that note, thank you all. Happy trails, and was before I say something else. Some string. Bye.